The game football was introduced in Ghana towards the close of the 19th century, then the Gold Coast by traders from Europe. Seamen during their leisure time played football among themselves and sometimes with the selected side of the indigenous people. The popularity of the game spread like wildfire within a short time along the coast, ending in the formation of the first football club, Excelsior, in 1903 by Mr. Britton, a Jamaican-born Britton, who was then the head teacher of Philip Kwaku Government Boys School in Cape Coast. Football in Ghana after the colonial masters was further boosted by the first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Football developed through a 33-year-old full of dynamism and enthusiasm, Mr. Ohene-Jan. Under the leadership of Mr. Ohene-Jan, a national league was launched in 1958 by the Ghana Football Association. It was agreed by all that the Football Association should be the only authority to organize, promote and sanction inter-club competitions or matches throughout the country. Football started developing when 8 clubs were selected from the municipalities of Accra, Kumasi, Sekondi and Cape Coast, and were to play one another regularly on home and away basis, always fielding their strongest available side. The pioneer clubs were Hearts of Oak and Great Olympics in Accra, Asante Kotoko and Cornerstone in Kumasi, Hazakers and 11 Wise in Sekondi, Mysterious Drafts and Venomous Vipers in Cape Coast. The first league organized was won by Accra Hearts of Oak with 21 points, followed closely by the 2 Kumasi clubs, Cornerstone and Kotoko, with 20 and 19 points respectively. From then, the football competition has grown to be a national pastime. The 2003 league, the 45th in the series, was won by Asante Kotoko, who broke the 6-year monopoly by Accra Hearts of Oak. On the international scene, the senior national team Black Stars have won the African Cup 4 times: 1963, 1965, 1978 and 1982. In junior competitions, the Starlets, Ghana's under-17 national team, won the World Cup twice in 1991 and 1995. The under-20 sides, the Satellites, won it 2009 and were twice runners-up, 1983, 2001 and 2013. The women's national team Black Queens twice qualified for the World Cup in 1999 and 2003. At club international level, Kumasi Asante Kotoko won the African Clubs Championships in 1970 and 1983, while Accra Hearts of Oak captured the African Champions League in 2000, in the process of which CNN Sports Pundit rated the club among the first top 10 clubs in the world. This progress was achieved through juvenile football. since the introduction of football in Ghana, the country has seen so many developments through soccer. The coast teams or juvenile football has brought great players to the history of Ghana. Trying to find out why Ghana football is collapsing, today newspaper visited a football club, Great Falcons FC at Alajo in the Greater Accra region, explains why Ghana football is collapsing. Our arrival to their training ground brought joy to the faces of the management and players, for which they believe could help bring out issues that are affecting juvenile football in the country.
Ghana Football Association, I would say, have not done enough for juvenile football. When we were on our own, when we were not under Ghana Football Association, we were able to get sponsorship from Nestle's Ghana Limited in 1991, 92, 93. They organized Milo competitions for juvenile clubs all over the country. It started in Kumasi, then went to Sunyani, then went to Tamale. Then from there, it started dying down. So sponsorship practically was not forthcoming. As I speak to you now, I don't think the FA has made any proposals that we think will help rejuvenate the juvenile soccer. You remember years back when the matches are being played or were being played, you see the crowd, you cannot imagine the crowd that we get. But now, these days, you can count the spectators that come to watch the match. So these are the things that we should be looking at. It is because of lack of interest in the juvenile which has permeated to the top, where our blasters are not performing. I've never won Africa some 31 years back. But look at before 31 years. It was the same people who did the job that made us to win cups. But now that we say there's money in football, we are not pumping any money into the juvenile. If people will be honest with themselves, they will see that yes, there's the need for us to reorganize juvenile football. I remember the late president, Ajahn Atamis, may he so rest in peace, made some proposals that he wants the government and the GFA to partner and then make provisions for the development of juvenile in the country, because he knew at that time that previously there was a lot of interest in juvenile. We were playing at the Accra Sports Stadium at curtain raisers. That also motivated players to put up their, oh, I'm now going to Wembley. I'm going to display my skills. But now what do we see? It is no more there. So people don't even go to the stadium, because when you cannot stand under the sun, sitting and waiting for the next 2 hours before the main match is played. Okay, yeah, blaster na say your team na national teams na ebona. From coach for no and a pick it. I mean form a call blaster. Who share mo board the are you no mo munisa place na. Omuni na mo start 50 coach no. By penny for nice when you many free players no so coach. And am I coach number 4? Because your talent on kwala omuni mbo pon motiwo sisi ya. Enso ye nya mwafo bi no penny for you many, because you see obi ani wo top. And am I youth no cry obia empesa bobo no see obia teni afa baby fufuro na Milo phone sponsor and obo out mi so obo a obekọ Milo akọbọ Milo tournament nti wo ani gie mu so obebo ball no, but you see an obo a umbo nko bibia sisi am course ni de ayebasa nti am boys ni de obi so mu kura se denti no mbo course am mbo course esem ko pe division and then so start 50 course me say me start 50 under 10 me under 10 me under 12 me under 14 17 nti me boy and me matured wo this me gina field no so a anya obi ne beka dem say boy wabo course da and so obi aboko so da so hu say nipa no wabo course da nti me strength ni fo no so mo mbomodian no mo meni mra course no so mai.
The neglect of juvenile football by Ghana Football Association will be posing as a threat to the progress of the country's football some few years to come. Lack of first-class pitches and fundings have been cited as major factors getting in the way of sports development in Ghana. Despite doing well at the youth level internationally, Ghana cannot boast of first-rate facilities, especially pitches, to groom its young talents who abound all over the country. One can hardly find playing fields or space for recreational activities available for the less privileged. Playing fields, which were available in the big cities and towns in the 1980s through to the early stages of the 2000s, have all been either sold or leased to private estate developers. The few available ones are facing strong competition from encroachers who are bent on taking them while authorities look on concerned. This situation, coupled with scarce fundings, has affected the smooth running of coast football as well as other sporting disciplines across the West African nation in recent times, leading to the folding up of some other teams. Coast football in Ghana is funded by individuals with little support from the Football Association and nothing at all from the government.
Kose mokope wo we che wala cha no ka ko bi we sha ka ko mokobi me ni ka wo kwa mo me pia ni ko ka je ball ba this time je moko jile bi anya ball e wo mokobi me ka po ye ngo ehia ni ya ameje sun ameba ni mi ko ame ya school ni me piun ye ni still mi ko ame na papa me je mi ska ba school me no ba hio ska me ka school ye ball ne wo no da ne bana ke plan na ba chamo ko tablochi menen twam ko kwapo ni le wokola te school atola agency ai papa kwawu team manager menen twal kwap no ba e kema keke bagan e ba twabi e kemi na ka more than 3 years da na kem twal no kem bagan makaibo ameka ba hami shameka ihe na meje team na me twa ko no ko fi ambaka team money me o ambaka ko mane ba fi mi ma here se ma fi no watawo misu mo kwa ba mishka shiba wati meni otwa keje se ko ka poka ba mo ko ba na ko bo ba je se le ba yin se ba heten mo ko to ma be de wa woda e wa wo shin watawo mo e she wona e ha wo she wona o won ta mo fa mo no twa je fa ko spe mo fa no twa ko steam ko edan kuma se ball ga temale se ko apo ni mo ko le je ne kai ameka da meje ya ke wo watch on to mo bia no jegbe kan bia ka jegbe yi mapie na me ya school shimbol ne wo mo ko e ba wa la kale da bon school ya ya ke jegbe ne mbo meti ni ton ni mi hen fa ko sen ka mo ko le ba wo fa ko abedi meta mo ko le na ha mi spend ka ba wo ame cabinet che ba kai mo ko tro ka ba wo ame ka ya park still here mi ololo ne to mo papa ni to se ba we to fa ko na gbo he la mo wo nya wo pa to beni mena bo o twa no ba kaya ko o je ko no ba sha wo ko abon ne won we ne mo ko mo ba nya ka meshka aba fe no da ke am ba ka gbe ke na ma asma me no twa fa ko be ma me wo se ma tonto mo le ola shi wona mo ko wa twa match nke papa le ne no wanyo no training ga wanyo ne no ba imba
emwa bia amfi be bia amba ena me so no me nya djuma bia titi apart from we are me nya djuma bia but there ni say mo na fo ibra mitimi no mukasa o mo so mutimi e support kakran mo support kakran obi o betimi atobo abre obi bips kakran me na me no mukasa in terms of your referee fees na me no mukasa ma omo support kakran e bia job BPO be bia mitimi fan kola no ma yi na yakwa kotwa na ye di e manage team kakran boys no mu pra e intimi hwe papa bia where about match crab we first aid crab in credit obi pra you know say afa pure water da park now sorry I enye say me pay bet ahode no na eni ho sometimes you better say chebos am premier clubs but ye nkola na ye starting aha na ade ni na fi premier club obo agi ni gate fee ye ngi gate fee nti at least be starting na boss uchema coast clubs ni cry no cry be boy kakra na ye ball league ni we are competitions bi wo ho nanka mama ya ka kombo ebe mo be show bi an kra ma obi a aye no abo There's any money in any one media. We say Obian Fanu in Shimu.
The challenges in the coast level is the financial. We don't have any financial. We do the thing by ourselves. So if the means is not there, we find problems. Sometimes we go away, no transport. We walk and go and come back. Even we find it difficult to get them pure waters because they no finance. And we don't get equipment of training. You see, the beeps are not set. So we should manage any little thing that we get, we manage it small to everybody to get intact to know what we are teaching them. And the GFA should come out to the local as you come like this. You should come and see the performance of the training and the boys so that you can encourage us. You can sit in the office, you are giving this, but you don't know what the coach is doing. The way the coach is moving with the children, up and down, you should see it. If you see it with your eyes, they are working. Some people will get the equipment and they'll go and sit down. They don't know what they use it for. But here there's no equipment. But I'm trying my best to put them on the right way. When they get to the national level or the higher division, they can see all these things and find it very easy. The base thing is on the coast. If you are able to work hard on the coast, all our players will be better. Don't go there and suck them back.
This has put management of coast teams in difficult times. Talking of football equipment, the Great Far Coast Club has nothing to boast of. Individual players have to struggle to buy their own football boots. Management of the team have to provide some health assistance to players by providing them with national health insurance.
It's a good punch in the end. Stephen Appiah here for Ghana. Oh, it's a good ball, and it's in the back of the net!
All the big players started from Coast League before reaching where they are today, and the future of Ghana football is in the hands of GFA. According to him, Great Far Coast FC was founded in 1963 and has since produced many great footballers for the nation. He added players such as Abedipele Ayew, Sola Ayew, Derek O'Boaten, Eric Gawu, Clement Kofi are Great Far Coast products, he said. Ghana as a nation will go very far if it invests in its sports infrastructure to bring to light its talent. Speaking to Mr. Richmond Kilson, a sports journalist at Hejalo Online Radio said players should pay taxes to help their cause class.
We all have our own dispositions. We all have our own idiosyncrasies. Now, we even have some children who decide not to bother their families or their parents who give birth to them. In the same way, we have footballers who will say, I'm done with you, I'm through with you. After I provided services for you, I played, I scored, you enjoyed it. And so if I'm moving on, I don't have anything to do with my coach club. You might think it's not the right thing to say, but hey, that is also another aspect of life situations that we should live with. But I think what we should do as a country is that every player that goes out of this country should pay tax. Because in Brazil, all the mega bucks that the players earn in Europe, they pay tax to make sure that they use it to develop the coast football. And so, if today Ghana we have thousands and thousands of players playing outside, if indeed they were all paying taxes, okay, if we are that is another way of getting money from them indirectly. Those and so here, if it's those who decide not to bother or have anything to do with their coast club, you won't feel it, because the point is that everybody is compelled indirectly to support it. And so that tax element should be introduced. And so whatever you earn there, you should pay tax on it.
When you go around the cities, you will realize that Ghana abounds in talent, but due to lack of sports infrastructure, has made it impossible to bring such talent to life.